I'm ready.
Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right, well, not a lot, right? Scraps here and there of news.
Yeah, there wasn't really too much really important news today. It was just kind of other things that were, small things that came out here and there. There is one thing that we could talk about, but we could save that for another cast because that could take up a big portion of it. But it wasn't really newsworthy.
What was it
But
to do with?
it's a topic we could talk about. I say we do this stuff first, and
Well,
then
isn't it more important that one thing you want to talk about than all these little
that's
things?
the thing. It's really not more important than this stuff. It's just kind of an interesting thing that came out.
Okay, so let's do this stuff.
Yeah. So this first article is about the new Predator movie, which of course is coming out next year, directed by Shane Black.
Yeah.
And these articles are coming from Dark Horizons as well, so make sure you guys go check it out, or check all of them out, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So this article is basically talking about how Predator, which is the next Predator movie, how it connects to Predator 2. So apparently they're going to mention the character Keyes, who was Gary
Busey, right?
Yeah, Gary Busey played the original Keyes. I guess his son is going to be playing this character.
His son's going to be playing the character son.
Yeah, his son. Yeah, so
that's cool.
It's interesting, which means that there's obviously a shared continuity here, so that this
so
isn't
basically, so far, Predator 1 and 2 exist in this new movie.
I'm gonna assume so, yeah, because Predator 2 mentions the events of Predator.
Yeah. So the other movie, Predators, probably not.
See, I don't know about that too, because they mentioned Predator 1 in that movie, so maybe.
All right. So nothing else about the Predator movie, like no other details.
I haven't heard anything for a while other than this. I know that those set pictures came out and they got kind of a mixed response because people were like, "Oh no, they're gonna team up with the humans again and stuff." And I gotta admit, I'm not necessarily looking forward to a movie like that again. But
right,
hey,
Okay. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but if it's going to be totally unrecognizable, then we'll see. All right, what else we have?
This next one has to do with Star Trek Discovery.
Okay.
So the actor who played Riker, Jonathan Frakes,
mm-hmm.
He's going to be directing some stuff for Star Trek Discovery.
At least you got somebody with experience. That's good. I'm very happy about that. He's a good director.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Star Trek stuff? All right, I'm all on board for that. So
now this next one is pretty interesting, and I guess we could spend a bit more time on this one.
Okay.
This has to do with the Batman, of course, being directed by Matt Reeves. I heard today that Ben Affleck is definitely coming back for this.
Okay, that's good news.
But this article specifically talks about how there's potentially going to be some Arkham inspiration in this movie. Pertaining, basically, they're saying that the movie is going to take some inspiration from the Arkham game series. Which I'm all for, because I think the Arkham game series is one of the best video game series ever made.
Yeah.
And as well as it has some of the best Batman stories, I think. Even though the Arkham Knight was kind of derivative, but I still think that they were all pretty good. It's interesting because in this they're talking about potentially that there could be some sort of breakout of Arkham Asylum like the game, and we heard that there was going to be a lot of villains in this one, and maybe the Joker or Deathstroke are responsible. So I mean, who knows? But the fact that they're looking at the games means that they're probably looking at a good amount of source material for this Batman movie. So that sounds good to me.
Okay. I think the video game is really popular, the Arkham Asylum stuff, right? So I mean.
Oh yeah.
So what are they going to take, like, variations of stories from it?
I guess maybe, yeah. Which that game, as far as I know, follows pretty closely to like some of the original stories for the characters. So.
Yeah. All right. I'm on board for that. What else?
Yeah. This next one is pretty cool. Nothing too huge, but it's some pretty cool stuff. So there's some set photos from Avengers Infinity War, and in some of the set photos, they have the props for the Iron Man suit.
Okay.
And it looks like the traditional Iron Man suit, except the shoulders look a little bit different. The shoulder armor and the arc reactor is more. It's not necessarily a triangle. It almost looks like a fidget spinner.
Oh boy.
On his chest. It looks cool to me. It's definitely got the classic Iron Man colors in it, so
Right.
it looks good. Doctor Strange is also in full costume there, along with Mark Ruffalo, who I'm assuming is in this scene. I don't think he turns into the Hulk because he doesn't have any motion capture gear on, whereas Tony Stark does. It looks interesting. I mean, Wong is there too from Doctor Strange as well. So I'm guessing that this is a scene that takes place in New York, and something happens there. There's destruction around, so I guess maybe this could be Thanos coming to get the time gem.
Or maybe Doctor Strange warns the Avengers,
or it's something like that. I don't know. I have a feeling that this might be Stark and Ruffalo going to maybe recruit Doctor Strange. Maybe they find out he has the gem, or maybe they're just like, hey, we need your help.
Right. Isn't the Eye of Agamotto a gem? Right.
Yeah, it's the time gem, yeah.
Yeah. And there's one more gem, the soul gem, right?
Yeah, and we do not know where that is.
That's in Ragnarok, I think. Might be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not going to be in Black Panther, I don't think.
No, I don't really think it would make sense for it to be in Black Panther, unless they have some sort of story for it. But
so, probably Avengers 3 is the Infinity War, and then Avengers 4 is probably going to be still with Thanos after he killed everybody at the end, with the exception of Tony Stark. And that, he had that futuristic vision. And then I guess he brings them all back or whatever, and
I don't think he's going to kill them all, to be honest with you. I think he's going to kill a good amount of them, and then there's going to be a couple left that have to try and
I think they're all going to come back, though, because of the Infinity War.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they win the Infinity War, they'll just bring them back with a wave of a thought,
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man leads the Phase 4.
Yeah, they're saying he's going to have a big part in Phase 4. Yeah.
And if only the Fantastic Four was part of Phase 4, that would have really worked out.
I know, that would have been fantastic. Quote unquote.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right. We get it. Sometimes, you go with it. You probably didn't even do it intentionally. You're like, oh, yeah.
It was kind of 50-50. Like, as soon as I finished saying it, I was like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. I know these, and I do apologize, some of these articles are not massive articles with the exception of the Avengers, but it's a slow news day, I guess. So we go with what we see. Not that much stuff. And then there's Power Rangers, right? I think we'll finish with Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, there's there's news about potentially doing Power Rangers 2, not based on the way the movie performed, but basically, I guess, everything, the movie, the merchandise, stuff like that. It sounds like they want to bring Lord Zed in to this as the villain for the next one, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt that they're going to get to do the 6 movies that they wanted to do, or how many ever movies they wanted to do.
Well, we have an opportunity now. We have an opportunity where they could do something different in this movie that could jumpstart it. And it could be profitable. You got one more chance. If this is super profitable, forget about the 6 movies. Let's go to the 3rd one. And then we'll take each one as it comes. But don't plan that far ahead, because, like you and I were talking about, when they start doing that before the movies come out, the 2nd will come out this year, and then 2 years later 3rd, then 2 years later 4th. It gets a mess because you don't know if these movies are going to do good. Just like Transformers, they had all this thing mapped out. And what is Transformers doing right now? It's not doing that great. People are
but it's doing well enough, though.
Enough for another one.
Yeah.
But they're not getting the $1 billion number like they had.
Well, no, but they projected that they weren't going to do that because the movie didn't take place in China and they didn't have any big Chinese, talent in it like they did in the last one. So they projected that it was. I don't think they projected that it was going to have such a slow start. But someone brought up a really good point. I don't remember who it was. They said that it's weird that this movie came out on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it didn't have that big weekend rush that it normally has. And not to mention that the domestic track for these movies has been falling since Revenge of the Fallen.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think part of the reason is that it's too damn long?
No, I think part of the reason is that it's not long enough.
Oh.
They apparently cut out 40 minutes of the movie.
So that would have been the game changer.
I think, honestly, and people might think I'm crazy, but I think that the important parts of the movie were in that 40 minutes that they cut out. Because one of the problems I had was the movie jumped around too much and they didn't focus on things enough. Now I get it. They cut out the parts of exposition that probably explained a lot of what was going on.
So why don't they put it in a director's cut?
Well, that's what they're apparently there's a petition going around trying to get them to do it. And I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to, for Michael Bay, for this being his quote-unquote last movie for Transformers, I think that they're going to give him a director's cut if he says do it.
What a shame that they just screwed it up kind of.
I honestly, because to be honest with you, I didn't care that Age of Extinction was 3+ hours.
Right, I didn't care either when I went to see it. Right, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked Age of Extinction. I think it's the second best one, in my opinion, right after the first one. And I didn't mind it because I felt like I watched Age of Extinction again a couple of days ago, and I really saw the difference between that and The Last Night. Like, Age of Extinction, to me, it has a good story. There are things that annoy me, but it has a good story, I think, even though it's very simple. The Last Night, it's almost like they're trying to tell a story, but it's not there. And I think it's because they cut out 40 minutes of the movie.
But you think it's also, too, because they started getting involved with Earth's history, with Camelot and everything, or not really?
No, because that was not even like 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Like, literally, it was the first maybe 10 minutes, and then that World War II scene is, I think, less than 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It's not even – it was really more meant to get Bumblebee over than the movie itself.
Yeah.
So I really think that I want to know what was in that 40 minutes that they cut out, because I have a funny feeling the stuff that we were looking for was in that 40 minutes.
All right. We're going to probably go now. I don't know if we're going to do cast later, because I'm actually going to have company in a little while. But we're definitely going to probably do cast tomorrow. Rehubian's cast. There's stuff coming out. There's another trailer. So we're probably going to, and everything shows, we're going to probably have a lot of news. I know the Jumanji trailer is supposed to hit, and then we're supposed to have another trailer for something else. So unless, of course, something dramatic happens tonight, Chris, which sometimes that happens, they'll throw something out there, then we'll be back maybe later. But if not, see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.